Oh, hello, great readers. I'm Bo-Chen.
I'm Nimicon.
I'm Ven-Chan.
In this class, I'll read all of you a part of A Tale of Two Cities, Book the Third, Golden Thread.
Yes.
L.
A Tale of Two Cities, Book the Third, Golden Thread. Charles Dickens. Chap. Henta cards sec 1. Happily unconscious of the new calamity at home, Miss Pross threaded her way along the narrow streets and crossed the river by the bridge of the Pont Neuf, recording in her mind the number of indispensable purchases she had to make. Vista. Cruncher, with the basket, walked to her side. They both looked to the right and to the left into most of the shops they passed, had a wary eye for all gregarious assemblies of people, and turned out of their road to avoid any very excited group of talkers. It was a raw evening, and the misty river, lured to the eye with blazing lights and to the ear with harsh noises, showed where the barges were stationed in which the smiths worked, making guns for the army of the Republic. Woe to the men who played tricks with that army, or got undeserved promotion in it. Better for him that his beard had never grown, for the national razor shaved him close. Having purchased a few small articles of grocery and a measure of oil for the lamb, Miss Pross bethought herself of the wine they wanted. After peeping into several wine shops, she stopped at the sign of the Good Republic and Brutus of Antiquity, not far from the National Palace. Once and twice the Tuileries, where the aspect of things rather took her fancy. It had a quieter look than any other place of the same description they had. Atta. Anthe, though red with patriotic caps, was not so red as the rest. Sounding Mr. Cruncher, and finding him of her opinion, Miss Pross resorted to the Good Republic and Brutus of Antiquity, attended by her cavalier, slightly observant of the smoky lights of the people, pipe in mouth, playing with limp cards and yellow dominoes, of the one bare-breasted, bare-armed, sip a grimmed work when reading a journal aloud, and of the others listening to him, of the weapons worn, or laid aside to be resumed, of the 2 or 3 customers full and forward asleep. Here in the popular high-shouldered, shaggy-backed Spencer looked, in that attitude, like slumbering bears or dogs. The 2 outlandish customers approached the counter and showed what they wanted. As their wine was measuring out, a man parted from another man in a corner and rose to depart. Ingulind, he had to face Miss Pross. No sooner did he face her than Miss Pross uttered a scream and clapped her hands. In a moment, the whole company were on their feet, That somebody was assassinated by somebody vindicating a difference of opinion was the likeliest occurrence. Everybody looked to see somebody fall, but only saw a man and a woman standing staring at each other. The man with all the outward aspect of a Frenchman and a thorough Republican. The woman, evidently English. What was said in this disappointing anticlimax by the disciples of the good Republican Brutus of antiquity, except that it was something very voluble and loud, would have been as so much he brought children to Miss Pross and her protector, though they had been all ears. But they had no ears for anything in their surprise. Though it must be recorded that not only was Miss Pross lost in amazement and agitation, but Vista Crunchifo seemed on his own separate and individual account was in a state of the greatest wonder. "What is the matter?" said the man who had caused Miss Pross to scream, speaking in a vexed, abrupt voice, though in a low tone, and in English. "Well, Solomon, dear Solomon," cried Miss Pross, clapping her hands again. "Don't call me Solomon. Do you want to be the death of me?" asked the man, in a furtive, frightened way. "Brother, brother," cried Miss Pross, bursting into tears. "Then hold your meddlesome tongue," said Solomon, "and come out, if you want to speak to me. Pay for your wine, and come out." Miss Pross, shaking her living and dejected head at her by no means affectionate brother, said through her tears, "Wiste, let him come out too," said Solomon, apparently, "Wiste." Cruncher did, to judge from his looks. He said not a word, however, and Miss Pross, exploring the depths of her reticule through her tears with great difficulty, paid for her wine. As she did so, Solomon turned to the followers of the good Republican Brutus of antiquity and offered a few words of explanation in the French language, which caused them all to relapse into their former places and pursuits. There, confound it. There, said Solomon, making a dab at Miss Pross's lips with his own. Miss Pross only shook her head and wept in silence. "If you expect me to be surprised," said her brother Solomon, "I am not surprised. I knew you were here. I know of most people who are here. If you really don't want to endanger my existence, which I half believe you do go your ways as soon as possible, and let me go, man. I am busy." my English brother Solomon. Moan Miss Press. Casting up her tear fraught eyes. That had the makings in him of one of the best and greatest of men. In his native country, and of Shulamon foreigners, and such foreigners. I said so, cried her brother, interrupting. I knew it. You want to be the death of me. I shall be rendered suspected by my own sister. The gracious and merciful heavens forbid, cried Miss Purse. Far rather would I never see you again. Dear Solomon, though I have ever loved you truly, and ever shall. Good Miss Purse. As if the estrangement between them had come of any culpability of hers. As if Mr. We had not known it for a fact. Years ago, in the quiet corner in Soho, that this precious brother had spent her money and left her. He was saying the affectionate word, however, with a far more grudging condescension and patronage than he could have shown if their relative merits and positions had been reversed, which is invariably the case all the world over. When Mr. I say, might I ask the favour? The official turned towards him with sudden distress. He had not previously uttered a word. Come, said Messe. Cruncher. Speak out. You know, would you? By the way, was more than he could do himself. John Solomon. Or Solomon John? She calls you Solomon. And she must know, being your sister. And I know you, John. You know. Which of the two goes first? And regarding that name of Pross, likewise. Oh. Yes. To be continued.